Exciting updates unfolds on Days of Our Lives. Welcome back to the Days of Our Lives channel. Today we will dive into the latest thrilling developments shaking up Salem's residents. In the ever-twisting world of Salem, fans are buzzing about the departure of a controversial character who's been at the center of high-stakes trouble. Peyton Meyer, who brought the complex role of Doug Williams III to life, is set to make his final appearance on the show, marking the end of a tumultuous arc filled with secrets and betrayals. Doug's storyline has captivated viewers since his debut in December 2024, where he quickly became entangled in family dynamics and risky ventures that tested loyalties across the board. As his exit approaches, audiences can expect an emotional roller coaster, with Doug reflecting on his choices amid mounting pressures from those he's wronged, including unexpected alliances that could alter his path forever. Following a harrowing ordeal, Holly Jonas and Ariana Horton managed to break free from their terrifying kidnapping, emerging stronger but ready to confront the person responsible for pulling them into a dangerous web of deceit. The young women, having endured fear and uncertainty in a dimly lit hideout, will channel their frustration into a heated showdown with Doug, accusing him of recklessly involving them in his shady loan sharking operations that spiraled out of control. This scheme, which began as a desperate bid for quick cash, involved shady dealings with ruthless creditors who demanded repayment through intimidation and threats, leaving Doug scrambling to cover his tracks while dragging innocent bystanders into the chaos. Inventing a layer of intrigue, perhaps Doug had hidden motives tied to a long-lost family heirloom, adding depth to his risky decisions and heightening the tension as Holly and Ari demand answers in a moment of raw vulnerability. Building on this confrontation, Doug honors a solemn vow he made to Tate Black, deciding it's time to leave Salem behind in a sudden and heartfelt departure that surprises even his closest confidants. Tate, grappling with his own set of challenges, had extracted this promise during a tense negotiation, urging Doug to step away before more harm comes to those around him. This abrupt exit isn't just a simple goodbye. It could involve Doug tying up loose ends, like returning stolen items or making amends with overlooked allies, all while navigating the emotional weight of abandoning the life he's built in Salem. The promise underscores themes of redemption and consequence, as Doug packs his bags, perhaps leaving behind cryptic clues that hint at unfinished business waiting to resurface. Spoilers indicate that before vanishing from the scene, Doug shares a poignant final moment with Julie Williams, offering a sincere apology that echoes the regrets of his turbulent time in town, scheduled for the episode airing on Friday, July 25. Julie, a pillar of wisdom and forgiveness in Salem, might respond with a mix of stern advice and reluctant understanding, drawing from her own history of family dramas to guide Doug toward a better future. This farewell could include invented elements like a cherished memento exchanged between them, symbolizing closure and the enduring bonds of the Williams family, making the scene all the more bittersweet as Doug steps into an uncertain horizon. Shifting gears to another fan-favorite return, Stacey Hayduke steps back into the quirky shoes of Susan Banks, Johnny DiMera's eccentric grandmother, who arrives with a determined purpose to support her grandson through his mounting crises. Susan's comeback injects a dose of whimsy and mystery into the narrative, as she embarks on a personal mission to unravel the truths surrounding Johnny's predicaments, perhaps drawing on her unique insights to steer him away from disaster. Known for her colorful personality and unwavering devotion, Susan's presence promises to lighten tense moments while delving deeper into family ties that have been strained by recent events. Susan's legendary premonitions, often blending intuition with a touch of the supernatural, are likely to come into play as she assists Johnny, potentially foreseeing outcomes that could change the course of his fate. These visions, which have historically guided her through Salem's chaos, might reveal hidden dangers or unexpected allies, adding layers of suspense to her brief stint. Imagine Susan experiencing a vivid dream sequence where symbols from Johnny's past flash before her, urging her to act swiftly and creatively to protect her beloved grandson from looming threats. According to the latest Days of Our Lives teasers, Susan's reappearance aligns perfectly with the July 25 episode, promising a jam-packed day of revelations and reunions that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats. This particular installment is shaping up to be a pivotal one in Salem, with multiple storylines converging in ways that could redefine relationships and spark new conflicts. The timing of her return amplifies the excitement, as it coincides with other major plot points, turning an ordinary day into a whirlwind of emotional highs and lows. As anticipation builds for Johnny DiMera's high-profile trial, audiences should watch for Carol Foreman in the role of the stern Judge Dabney, who will preside over the proceedings with an iron fist and a keen eye for justice. The courtroom setting introduces fresh dynamics, with Judge Dabney's no-nonsense approach potentially swaying the jury through pointed questions and rulings that expose weaknesses in both sides' arguments. Her involvement adds a layer of realism to the legal drama, perhaps including invented courtroom tactics like surprise witnesses or evidentiary twists that keep everyone guessing. Amidst this wave of courtroom battles, there's an undercurrent of intrigue surrounding Marlena Evans' well-being, culminating in a shocking moment where she loses consciousness right in the midst of the trial's intensity. Marlena's health mystery has been building subtly, with hints of fatigue and unexplained symptoms that worry her loved ones, possibly linked to the stress of recent losses and ongoing family turmoils. This unconscious episode could involve medical teams rushing in, highlighting the fragility of even Salem's strongest figures and prompting a deeper exploration of her condition. Rachel Black, portrayed by Alice Halsey, remains deeply intertwined in Johnny's narrative, wrestling with overwhelming guilt as she's compelled to testify against him, setting the stage for even more heartache ahead for Day's fans. Her internal conflict adds emotional depth, as Rachel navigates the pain of betrayal while questioning her own role in the unfolding events, perhaps confiding in unexpected friends for solace. This guilt might manifest in sleepless nights or heartfelt confessions, enriching her character's journey with layers of regret and resilience. Looking ahead, Melinda Trask ramps up her cunning plots alongside Sophia Choi, played by Rachel Boyd, while Tony DiMera, embodied by Theo Penglis, pursues his own intricate schemes that promise to shake up the power structures in Salem. Melinda's alliance with Sophia could involve secretive meetings and bold strategies aimed at personal gains, weaving in elements like forged documents or hidden agendas that heighten the intrigue. Meanwhile, Tony's journey explores themes of ambition and legacy, as he maneuvers through alliances with a calculated grace honed from years in the DiMera family. Soon enough, Tony summons Gabby Hernandez, portrayed by Sherry Jimenez, for a clandestine discussion about a mutually advantageous agreement that targets the downfall of Xander Kyriakis and Philip Kyriakis, played by Paul Telfer and Jean-Paul Lavoisier respectively. This deal might encompass inventive components such as insider information or strategic partnerships, designed to dismantle their rivals' hold on key assets while benefiting Gabby's own ambitions. The meeting could unfold in a lavish setting, filled with tense negotiations and subtle power plays that underscore the high stakes involved. Finally, Days of Our Lives insiders tease that Gabby's entanglement in this escalating saga will make the week of July 21st to 25th particularly riveting, with twists that keep the story evolving in unexpected directions, so be sure to tune in for all the action. As alliances form and secrets unravel, this period in Salem is poised to deliver non-stop drama, blending heartfelt moments with shocking betrayals that will leave fans eagerly awaiting what's next. A storm of drama in Salem. Susan's return, Johnny's trial, and Marlena's mysterious collapse. Susan Banks' heartfelt mission to save Johnny. The quirky and ever-lovable Susan Banks, played with vibrant charm by Stacey Hayduke, is back in Salem, ready to shake things up with her signature blend of Southern warmth and wild ideas. On Friday, July 25, 2025, Susan sweeps into town like a whirlwind, her colorful scarves and big heart leading the way, determined to stand by her nephew, Johnny DiMera, during his high-stakes murder trial. Johnny, portrayed by Carson Boatman, is facing a courtroom battle that could change his life forever, and Susan is not about to let him face it alone. Known for her outlandish schemes, remember the time she tried to impersonate Kristen DiMera to save a loved one? Susan has cooked up a new plan to help Johnny. Picture her pacing the courthouse halls, her eyes sparkling with determination, as she whispers ideas to Johnny's legal team, perhaps involving a surprise witness or a piece of overlooked evidence. While the details of her plan remain under wraps, Susan's heart is in the right place, driven by her unwavering love for her family. Her presence brings a touch of light to the tense courtroom scenes, set against the stately backdrop of Salem's courthouse, where polished wood and stern judges set the stage for drama. Fans can expect Susan's unique flair to shine, even if her plans, as always, might take a few unexpected detours. Johnny's gratitude amid the chaos. Johnny DiMera, caught in the storm of his trial, finds a beacon of hope in his grandmother Susan's unwavering support. Despite the gravity of the charges against him, Johnny, with his tousled hair and soulful eyes, can't help but feel a surge of gratitude for Susan's presence. Her plans, though often as unpredictable as a Salem summer storm, reflect her deep devotion to her family, and Johnny knows it. Picture a tender moment outside the courtroom, where Susan, in her brightly patterned dress, squeezes Johnny's hand and offers one of her quirky pep talks, perhaps comparing his strength to that of a mighty oak in a hurricane. These moments of connection, set in the bustling courthouse corridors filled with anxious whispers and clicking heels, remind Johnny that he's not alone, no matter how dire the situation. Susan's history of bold, if sometimes misguided, efforts, like her past attempts to outwit Salem's villains, only deepens Johnny's appreciation for her loyalty. As the trial unfolds, viewers can expect emotional exchanges that highlight the DiMera family's complex bonds, with Susan's love serving as a lifeline for Johnny in his darkest hour. Marlena's shocking collapse in the courtroom. The drama escalates to a fever pitch when Marlena Evans, Salem's beloved psychiatrist and matriarch, played by the iconic Deidre Hall, suffers a shocking collapse in the courtroom during Johnny's trial. On Wednesday, July 23, 2025, as the trial reaches a critical moment, perhaps during a heated cross-examination, the courtroom falls silent as Marlena, seated in the gallery, clutches her chest and slumps forward. Her daughter, Belle Black, portrayed by Martha Madison, is overcome with worry, her face pale as she rushes to her mother's side, calling for help amid the gasps of onlookers. The scene, set in the grand courtroom with its high ceilings and solemn atmosphere, is a gut-wrenching moment that underscores the fragility of even Salem's strongest figures. Belle, known for her poise as a lawyer, is visibly shaken, her usual composure giving way to raw fear for her mother's health. This unexpected crisis sends ripples through the community, as friends and family rally around Marlena, their concern palpable in the hushed tones and worried glances exchanged outside the courthouse. For viewers, this moment is a stark reminder of the unpredictability of life in Salem, where even the most steadfast characters face unforeseen challenges. A medical mystery unfolds at Salem University Hospital. Following her collapse, Marlena is rushed to Salem University Hospital, where the medical staff, led by familiar faces like Dr. Kayla Brady, scramble to uncover the cause of her condition. The hospital, with its sterile white halls and beeping monitors, becomes the backdrop for a gripping medical mystery. Initial tests, conducted in the days leading up to July 23, 2025, showed no abnormalities in Marlena's blood work, leaving doctors baffled. Picture the tension in the hospital room as Kayla, with her calm professionalism, reviews charts while Belle hovers nearby, her eyes red from worry. The lack of clear answers only heightens the drama, as Marlena's loved ones grapple with the uncertainty. Could this be a new illness, a reaction to stress, or something more sinister tied to Salem's shadowy past? The hospital scenes are filled with heartfelt moments, as John Black, Marlena's devoted husband, holds her hand, whispering words of encouragement. For our audience, this storyline resonates deeply, touching on the universal fear of unexplained health crises and the strength found in family support. As tests continue, the mystery deepens, keeping viewers on edge for answers. Echoes of Stefano's dark legacy. As Marlena lies in her hospital bed, her mind drifts to unsettling dreams that pull her back to one of the darkest chapters of her life, her time as Stefano DiMera's Queen of the Night. These vivid nightmares, beginning around July 24, 2025, transport Marlena to the opulent DiMera mansion of decades past, where Stefano's manipulative presence looms large. Picture her dreaming of candlelit rooms and Stefano's commanding voice, his schemes weaving a web around her. These flashbacks, rich with Gothic imagery, stir memories of when Marlena was under Stefano's control, a period that tested her resilience and left lasting scars. For longtime fans, these dreams are a nostalgic nod to Days of Our Lives' storied history, evoking the high-stakes drama of the 1980s and 1990s. Marlena's visions, depicted in haunting dream sequences, may hold clues to her current condition, suggesting a psychological or even physical link to her past with Stefano. Could her collapse be tied to unresolved trauma, or is there a more tangible connection, perhaps a lingering effect of one of Stefano's infamous plots? The hospital room, with its soft lighting and quiet hum, becomes a stage for Marlena's inner turmoil, as she grapples with these echoes of the past while fighting to recover. A puzzle waiting to be solved as the week of July 21, 2025, unfolds, the pieces of Marlena's medical mystery begin to take shape, though the full picture remains tantalizingly out of reach. The storyline hints at a connection between her collapse and her history with Stefano, raising questions about whether her condition is purely medical or tied to a deeper, more sinister plot. Perhaps a long-forgotten experiment or a hidden DiMera secret is resurfacing, threatening Marlena's health and stirring up old wounds. The hospital scenes are interspersed with glimpses of Salem's residents, from Belle's tireless advocacy for her mother to John's steadfast presence at her bedside, creating a tapestry of love and concern. Susan's return adds another layer, as her intuitive, if eccentric, perspective might offer unexpected insights into Marlena's plight. Viewers are left wondering how these threads, Johnny's trial, Susan's schemes, and Marlena's crisis, will intertwine. Will Susan's plan inadvertently uncover a clue to Marlena's condition? Could Johnny's trial reveal a connection to the DiMera legacy that ties back to Marlena's dreams? For our audience, these questions evoke the timeless allure of Days of Our Lives, where every twist holds the promise of revelation.